Good evening and welcome to the Daily Drum for this Friday, May 30th, 2025. I'm Molette Green. Harold Fisher is on vacation. And tonight on the Daily Drum, we are sharing the story of a bookstore owner who's doing more than just selling books. She's creating a space for learning, for connection and empowerment in her community. But recently, that mission has come under threat. Racist remarks, intimidation, and even direct threats have shaken her and the business that she has built. And why is this happening? And how is the community responding? We're going to talk about it this evening. The bookstore is called Urban Reads. It's a Black-owned business right up the road in Baltimore. And tonight we are going to hear directly from the woman behind it. So let's welcome our guest this evening, Tia Hamilton, owner of Urban Reads Bookstore. Tia, thank you so much for joining us this evening on the Daily Drum. We appreciate having you here with us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
We do want to talk about your bookstore first before we get into the minutia of what's going on and what's been happening to you. Tell us a little bit about your store, your bookstore. You are the owner of Urban Reads Bookstore, which is fabulous in the community.
Which is a whole vibe.
Yes, it's a whole vibe.
It's a whole vibe filled with energy, love, community, and Blackness.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so that's what Urban Reads is. That's what I represent. That's what the community feels, and that's what the community is supporting. They are showing up for me right now.
They are showing up for you. So when you say it's a whole vibe, I mean, it's not just a bookstore. You do so much more than just selling books there. And right. That was your point in opening the store, right?
So that wasn't. I own a magazine called State versus Us magazine, and it taps into the street. So it highlights high profile cases. It talks about the corruption that goes on in prison, police, and government. It talks about wrongful convictions and formerly incarcerated individuals such as myself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And no one would give my magazine an opportunity. So I opened up a bookstore so I can put my magazine on my shelf and put prison authors on. And it just grew into something so dope. And that's what I did.
Well, you had a purpose. You wanted to make sure that people like you could be able to tell your story and have a venue for what you wanted to do. And you didn't wait for somebody to do it. You started your own thing.
Yes.
And became an entrepreneur.
Yes. So I've been doing entrepreneurship since 2003. So the entrepreneur thing is nothing new. The difference is now understanding the laws behind it, taxes and your books, and getting everything else on that piece of the puzzle acclimated. So I'm a marketing person anyway by trade. I mean, not trade that I went to school for, but trade and because I learned it myself.
Yeah.
So I'm self-taught in everything I do.
What kind of book? No one, yeah. Self-taught, self-educated. What kind of books are on the shelf there in your store? What do people come in to buy, to read?
Blackness.
Mm-hmm. Give me the range.
Blackness.
I mean, we are multifaceted, so you got to give me more than that.
Okay.
I love Blackness.
Okay.
Our Blackness has range, and you know that.
Yeah, so my store was built on Blackness. It's Black authors. My store is known for having Black authors on the shelf. And if it's a white person on it, we need to read it. Like Robert Greene, 48 Laws of Power. We need to read stuff like that. So I carry everything. I carry a lot of prison authors. I carry a lot of local authors. My store does book events. I'm the store that people call for their local author book signings. Mm-hmm. I'm also the store that publishers, major publications reach out to, like Nicole Hannah-Jones, the 1619 Project, Michelle Obama, Jada Pickett, Pinky Cole. So I have had a lot of people in my store, celebrity, local, it doesn't matter. I'm the store for that. And I'm the banned bookstore. So you will find a lot of banned books in my bookstore. Because if they're banning them, we need to read them. We need to know why. And my store is the banned bookstore. But I also ship books to prison. I ship donated books to the prison system. So everything I do has a purpose, and it's built around the prison. It's built around community. It's built around love. I understand that prison illiteracy is at its all-time high, 76%. I'm fighting to get that down to 75, then 74, then 70%. That's my mission. I understand that America is on the 7th to 9th grade reading level. Black America is on the 3rd and 4th. I'm fighting to see that 3rd and 4th go up to 5 and 6. 46 million people in the world are reading below 6th grade level. So it's my mission to educate Black people on their power, because they don't understand their power, but I understand it. So it's my job to make sure I deliver that message. Like when you walk up to my store, you feel Blackness. I got affirmations on my window. I got literacy stats on my window. When you walk in, you feel Blackness. I got a black floor. I got a black wall with our ancestors on the wall. On the table, our ancestors on the table. So everything about me is about my people. It's about giving back to my people. I don't do nothing unless it's intentional. Everything I do is intentional. So everything I do, I stand on it.
If you're just joining us, Tia Hamilton is our guest, the owner of Urban Reads Bookstore. Tia, I'm just helping out here on the Daily Drum. My real job, of course, is doing community stories for the NBC station, Channel 4 TV in DC. And I love stories about the community and how the community gives back in big ways. And you have the community has rallied around you in such a big way, because you have been the target of some really ugly attacks, some disturbing threats, some acts of racism in recent months. And I just saw many of our listeners and people who might be watching on YouTube may have seen you, on social media receiving threats. Mm-hmm. And people calling you the N-word and other ugly terms, calling you out of your name. Can you walk us through what's been happening, how that all started? Is it because you have banned books in your store? What is going on that has made you the subject? Huh?
I'm sorry. It's due to my magazine. I've been receiving threats since 2018. So this is nothing new. What's new is that it's like they had a Klan rally for me on social media. So I've been getting threats due to my magazine. They don't like the stories I'm telling. They don't like that I'm empowering Black people. They don't like that I tell Black stories and I uplift Black men in the media. I uplift Black women in the media. I uplift Black children in the media. So, and it started
so your
on my
stories.
Facebook.
The stories in your magazine are getting you these threats from people from all over the country to call you out of your name, to threaten your life. Is that what's happening?
Yes. So how it started this time is one of them got smart, connected the magazine to the bookstore, called the bookstore with a threat, and it was game on. It was game on. So I put that out on social media and the community reacted.
How has the community reacted?
It's been love. I'm telling you, the community, I already was an international person, but now it's bigger international. Like I done tapped into Australia, Greece, Scotland, and those type of Brazil, with people sending me messages of support, saying, I'm sending you love from Scotland. Like, we shouldn't have to deal with this and things like that. And then I'm receiving support from all over the country. Other Black-owned bookstores are closing due to getting racial violence It's a store right in DC who has been getting threats, Nazis showing up and stuff. So it's crazy that we're in 2025 still dealing with this crap and still dealing with insecure white men, because that's what they are. Insecure and uneducated white men who don't know nothing but Fox News.
So tell me about the stories in your magazine. For those who are not familiar, Tia, with the stories that you are telling in your magazine, give me a little bit of that. What kinds of stories are you telling?
I'm highlighting high profile cases. I'm talking about corruption. I'm exposing wrongful convictions. My magazine is archived in Johns Hopkins University and in the Schomburg for Black Research Culture in Harlem, New York. So people are researching me from all over the globe, researching through my magazine about incarceration. So this is nothing new. I'm just a different target. They've been doing this forever, for over 400 years. They've been targeting us and trying to break us. But I'm not gonna be broken. You can't buck break me. You can't break me. I'm not. My store has never closed. It stays open, and the community come sit with us and be in the store and everything. The community has been responding heavily.
So you put out the call for help, support, protection.
Well, I really didn't have to put out the call for help. I put up the phone call that was sent to me when the dude called my phone. He called my bookstore, and I put that recording of the call on social media, and the help came without me asking for it.
Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw that social media clip where we could hear the man making these threats, calling you names, and it was that
Yes.
that triggered people to want to come and surround you with support and protection.
Absolutely.
So what have people done? Describe the outpouring and reaction.
People has been ordering books. They have been showing up, sitting down. Like if they work from home, they've been working from home from Urban Reads. Like it's people that are taking shifts. I got the morning shift and I got the evening shift. And this is every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. I have people donating to my literacy project. I got people donating to my prison ministry to help me send books into the prison to get those men and women reading. I understand through the research with my magazine why we are incarcerated so much. It's not so much of them grabbing us off the street and kidnapping us. It's the literacy part of it. They are not understanding. They out here doing whatever they're doing, but they're not understanding they politicians. They're not understanding these laws. They don't even know they politicians. They don't even know these laws. They out here breaking them and don't know them. So when they in the face of adversity, which is that courtroom, they don't know how to talk for themselves. Yeah. They know they wrongfully convicted. They know they didn't do that, but they don't know how to advocate and translate that out on paper. So
you don't plan anytime soon or ever to stop what you are doing. So in the meantime, in the climate that we're in, Tia, you've reported these incidents to the authorities. What has been the response there? And to whom have you reported this? The Maryland Attorney General? Is that correct?
So I reported it to Baltimore City Police. I reported it to the Mayor Brandon Scott. I reported it to State's Attorney Ivan Bates. I reported it to the FBI. I reported it to the Attorney General Anthony Brown's office, and Anthony Brown. And I reported it to my councilwoman in the district, Odette Ramos, and Odette sent it to the Anthony Brown's office, and they picked the case up immediately. So I'm on the phone with them.
Okay.
Yes, I'm on the phone with them every week with updates. I'm sending them messages. They got over 500 messages and recordings from me that I done sent them from these fools sending me messages and threats.
Are you getting these threats?
I
Or
get them
these,
every day. Even to
and
this day, I'm getting them every day.
and how are you getting them?
The
Are
same
they
way they've
coming?
been sending them.
They're
They
sending
coming,
them.
they
Go
coming
ahead.
through voicemails. They coming to DMs. They coming to my emails. They coming everywhere. So I get them and I send them right to the Attorney General office. They will be charged with a hate crime. We have been finding out where some of them live. And it will be a court date, several court dates. And I can't wait to go to these court dates.
Listen, you are a strong woman. I see it on your face. I can hear it in your voice. But this can take a toll on anybody. You're a business owner. You're running multiple businesses. We've talked about this before we came on the air.
Yes.
But this could take a toll on you. How are you holding up in the midst of all of this? If you're getting this much hate, I know you're countering that with love and support that you're getting, but how are you handling this?
I take my self-care days. I was just at happy hour last night. I'll be chilling. Like, so I do see my therapist. I do have one. And I go in solitude. I just go in silence. I think, I navigate. I have my little friend circle, and we have these conversations and we talk about it. I'm happy that the community is booking me for speaking engagements and radio interviews and different places to be. But sometimes I get tired of talking about it. And that's another thing. I just don't relive it. I try not to. You know what I'm saying? I don't keep playing the messages over. I do not. That's why it takes me so long to send these messages, because I just don't want to see it.
Yeah.
You know? But I got to. I have to. And I just be chilling. I still do my self-care. I did take a vacation 2 weeks ago with my son, because he just graduated college. So,
excellent.
Yeah, and it was my first vacation as an adult.
This is good to hear. I mean, listen, you're not alone in this battle. I mean, we're talking race-based bias accounts for more than 60% of hate crime incidents, with anti-Black incidents making up for more than half of these cases. So, and then, Black women in America are feeling it in so many different ways.
And I was even offered a book deal out of this. So I'm about to start writing a book about the situation and how Black bookstores are being a target for white supremacy.
What is your hope for Urban Reads right
Say
now?
That again, I'm sorry.
What is your hope for your bookstore right now and in the future as you go through this? What's the future for you guys, for your store, for your business, for you? What's the future? What do you see?
So I want to be able to put the bookstore on wheels, because I understand that the community needs me, and sometimes the community can't get to me. So I want to be able to get to them. I want to put the bookstore on wheels on 3 of them, and I want to employ formerly incarcerated individuals to be that person that's going to be in the community with Urban Reads mobile bus. I see me growing into endless possibilities. So I tell my children all the time, there's nothing we can't do. We just got to go get it. And they see me been getting it every time. I never knew a magazine owner, but I published a magazine. I never knew about bookstores, but I opened one. I never knew about this business center that I'm sitting in, but I got it. So it's nothing that we can't do. You just got to apply yourself, and you got to go get it. So I'm a role model to a lot of people. I may not want it, but I understand it. Every day someone's telling me I'm an inspiration to them, and these are strangers. I don't know these people. I get emails, I get DMs, I get on my Facebook posts, on everywhere. I'm being told I'm an inspiration. I just got an honorary doctorate I pick up in October.
Well, so, all of that is fantastic. I mean,
thank you.
I mean, I'm feeling inspired. What is the day-to-day like for you? Typically, I mean, are you are you walking with security? Are you
So
living in fear here for
so we
yourself
are
as you even
raising
walk the
money.
streets?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we raising money to provide me security. I had to get up my policy, my insurance at the bookstore. I had to up that. And I had to tell my neighbors, get your stuff in order, because these people like to play with fire. They like to do obscene things and get caught. It's businesses here in Baltimore that get attacked. And they not a bookstore, but they get attacked for other things, for just being in the community, for just existing. My day to day is a normal one. I wake up and I come to work. I fulfill orders. I take care of the community. I be in meetings all day. I be in interviews all day, and I still manage to get my work done. I got bookstore orders right here behind me that I'm
Yeah.
passing up and sending out. But my day to day is easy. I don't let nothing stress me out. Now,
Well, we don't
granted,
want that to happen. I mean, but
granted,
the reality is, I mean, you have to find some balance in all of this crazy. But the
yeah,
reality is, so far this year, there have been nearly 12,000 reported incidents of hate crimes, which is a slight increase over last year. You do have to find your balance. You do have to be able to figure out how to find peace in all of this. What do you make of where we are in this climate right now, in this socioeconomic climate for Black women in particular?
it's trash. They are feeling very emboldened by their orange daddy up there in DC. It's like they cicadas and they just came from out the ground to come back to life after all these years. So it never went nowhere. They just more emboldened, and they not scared to express or show their racism.
What is
And
your advice to other African? Listen, we are business owners, Black women. You know that. We are the ones who start businesses. We are the ones who are out here moving and shaking through all of the challenges. Give some advice to your fellow Black woman who's out here doing her thing, facing big challenges. Maybe not these kinds of threats, but what would you say to her?
find your tribe. Find your tribe and roll with your tribe. Because that's what I did. I have lost friends over this situation right here.
Really?
I have lost a lot of them. I have lost family members over this situation right here, because I cannot believe that we're in 2025 and people still think that it's okay to do this. And there are people who think that this is not happening. And there are people who are scared to death. And you're Black. Your ancestors wasn't scared. So why are you? Why are you?
Wow.
So we should not have fear. We should not be scared. I was never scared.
Mm-hmm.
I was just angry and mad because I'm fighting a faceless enemy. And I never had a faceless enemy in my life. I always knew who my target was. But this time I'm fighting a faceless enemy, and I don't like it. So I wasn't angry. I was pissed off, because
Tia Hamilton.
I need them to show face. I need them to show up and stop hiding behind the keyboard. Stop hiding behind these fake accounts. If you mad and you angry, show up and let's have a conversation.
Tia Hamilton,
yes,
owner of Urban Reads Bookstore. We're going to leave it at that point right there. If you want to reach out to her and give her support and a positive comment and get some inspiration, info@oururbanreads.com is where you need to go. Is that the best place for folks to go, Tia?
That's my email. My website is urbanreadsbookstore.com.
urbanreadsbookstore.com. Thank you so much. And I wish you all of the very best. I really do.
Thank you.
That's going to be the Daily Drum for this Friday, May 30th, 2025. I'm Molette Green, sitting in for the vacationing Harold Fisher. Up next, on 96.3 WHUR, the original Quiet Storm with the Love King himself, Raheem Devon. And thank you so much for listening to this very important conversation. Have a good night and an enjoyable weekend.